What you think about the people that say Tupac is not lyrical?
Um, was he lyrical? I mean, yeah, he was lyrical. He definitely had a flow. His flow was crazy.
And the main people that be pushing that is New York niggas, man. Where are you from?
Um, I mean, some of it could be out of loyalty, you know, for just East Coast. Sometimes we get blinded by, you know, our geographic pride. Um, no, I'm gonna have to say he was definitely lyrical, but not lyrical in a way like a Nas is lyrical, though. You see what I'm saying? Like, there's different types of lyrical. I don't think there's one type of being lyrical, but no, Pac, Pac definitely was lyrical. I wouldn't say that, but I think more than lyrical, he had the flow. You know what I mean? Picture a way, like the way he just ride a beat. His flow was unmistakable, and just the way his voice meshed with his flow, that created the lyricism. He said, them New York niggas, not all of us, some of us. Some of us. He said, them New York niggas. Yeah, some of us. Because again, you know what I mean? You got motherfuckers that at one point was forced to pick sides. You know? One that was and some of those people still have those subconscious allegiances going on, you know, even though everything's squashed and patched up now. But when it gets to those kind of comments, some of them will just have that automatic reaction to be like, nah, that Biggie's better than Pac, or they'll just choose a East Coast dude. And probably the same thing goes on in the West Coast. You know what I mean? I feel like if you think that a lot of New York niggas is the ones that's saying it, that's probably part of why you're hearing a lot of New York niggas say that. You know what I mean? And then, but if you went to, Cali, they probably wouldn't say that, but uh they probably have an opposite argument about some East Coast niggas. You know what I mean?
Who you think got a better catalog, Pac or Big?
Well, Pac's catalog is way too vast. It's too much bigger than Biggie's to even compare. They still finding Tupac songs now. Like this motherfucker has so many songs that it was not even funny. And how many albums did he ended up putting out? You know, 5, 6, some shit like that in his short life. Biggie only had 2 albums. So this is why I don't feel like Biggie can ever be talked about as the greatest of all time. He didn't have enough work to be the greatest of all time. I feel like you got to have at least 4 albums to be put into that discussion. Um, Now Biggie was one of the greatest of his time. You see, he was one of the best at that time. You see what I'm saying? And definitely in New York, he probably was the greatest at that time. But the greatest of all time, that's a whole different animal. And unfortunately, he didn't live long enough to become the greatest of all time. Could he have could he have become the greatest of all time? It's quite possible. If he stayed on the trajectory that he was on, if he kept making hot you know, then anything's possible. But when they tried to promote that narrative soon after his death, I'm like, whoa, 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 whoa. Like, no disrespect to the brother, but y'all saying that shit out of emotion right now. Like, you know what I mean? Unfortunately, he just didn't have enough material. So please don't say that. Don't say that when you got people, you know what I mean? You got a bunch of people with mad albums. I don't even know how many albums KRS got, but I know it's a hell of a lot. Fucking LL Cool J, mad niggas got mad albums.